This is Biker Dad, brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Hi, my name is Chris Best, and I left my six-figure job to ride motorcycles and tell stories. And this week, that journey brings me to beautiful downtown Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I'd like to welcome our viewers from Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky.
The Biker Dad TV show is debuting on the Heartland's CW, the sister station to KFBS 12, where I actually started my television career more than 25 years ago.
Thanks to Matt Dreesen Law Firm for bringing us to my hometown. I went to Sykeston Senior High School just down the road from here, and even went to Southeast Missouri State for a little while, so it's awesome to be on the airwaves in the Heartland. So thank you for joining us for this episode of the Biker Dad Show. Hi, my name is Chris Best, and I left my six-figure job to ride motorcycles and tell stories. Thank you for joining us for the Biker Dad Show. That adventure today brings me to the small town of Mayfield, Kentucky. You've heard of Mayfield by now, a small heartland town torn apart like this because of a devastating tornado. Damage stretches for miles and miles and miles, and this is near and dear to my heart because I went to high school about 30 miles west of here in Missouri, and I have family about 20 miles east of here in Eddyville, Kentucky. I've seen a lot of bad stuff. There's even a wall up here, a memorial to all the people they've lost in this town. But I've also seen this. The best in people always comes out when the worst happens, and that includes bikers. Just look at all of these millions of toys in this school, and that's just the tip of the iceberg there too, of all the good that's being done. I talked to bikers from Florida, Alabama, and even Chicago, Illinois, who came all the way down here and all the way up here to help out. They're just a few of the people who've done that, of course. One of the groups I met up with is called the War Dogs Charity Riders out of Chicago, Illinois. They're sponsored by one of my sponsors, Motorcycle Safety Lawyers. And they came all the way down here in the middle of the night to deliver truckload after truckload after truckload of supplies, goods, and toys for Christmas. Let's talk to them.
My name is Jessica Sheehan, and I am a member of the War Dogs Charity Riders out of Illinois. We have put together in the last 7 days, we threw together as many people as we could get, and we went to work and we managed to get 5 trucks and trailers loaded with supplies, toys, water bottles, blankets, cleaning products to bring here to Kentucky during the tornado relief.
We took off from Chicago at 1 o'clock this morning. And probably a caravan of about 10 vehicles. We brought down a number of different supplies from Mayfield that was ravaged by a tornado. And we just got done unloading toys. You should see the gymnasium in there with all the toys from all the people around the country. It's quite a blessing to be part of.
We're teamed up with Motorcycle Safety Lawyers and Schumann Law, and then we're also sponsored by Doug Jackson and Woodstock Harley Davidson. They provided the meals for our 20-plus caravan helpers to get all of the toys and products and supplies that we've been collecting for the past 7 days.
Most of us are fathers, brothers. We've got kids, and if this happened in our community, we'd sure appreciate help throughout the country.
Companies, vendors, manufacturers, people are just so giving. It's unbelievable. I'll walk into the store and I'll say, can I buy these for $5 a piece? And then after 20 minutes and I bring a flyer, they say, take 10 and take them home.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's everywhere.
The outreach is unbelievable from the people. It has gone across the United States. There are motorcycle groups and families and sisters and brothers that are packing up trailers in New Hampshire, New Jersey, Las Vegas. I've gotten money sent to stores to buy products from Argentina to be shipped to a Walmart store so someone else could pick it up. And this is all because somebody just posted, we need help. It just brings us back full circle that America, we can do what we can to stand up for the people that need us. And this community and everyone, our heart goes out to you. And we come back next week if we hit the stuff. I promise.
We will be back in a month.
We will be back.
It takes a group of bikers, and we have gotten it done. Bikers are the most generous people with their time, with their energy, with their money, and this past week has just proven that above and beyond.
Bikers often get a little bit of a stigma attached to them, and you know, we're doing it for the right reasons, and that's helping a community, and I think that'll show through pretty loud and clear.
We're excited that we're able to help out.
I am Natalie Wynn. I actually teach here at Graves County Middle School, and I'm also the children's director at His House Ministries.
And I am Nate Strickland. I am the student pastor at His House Ministries, and I also teach at Mayfield Middle School. So,
You guys are gonna show us around, huh?
Yes, this is actually where our parents will shop, and they come in and we have gifts arranged by age group, and they come in and they shop for their families. We have that predetermined on note cards, so we have shoppers coming in to help them with that at this time. So parents are shopping in here. If you come this way, this is called our overflow room. Our overflow room houses all the other gifts that will come to the table as they get emptied. This is our overflow. We have runners, people going from tables, and they are actually coming and getting more gifts and taking them back across to the cafeteria where the parents are shopping. So we have lots of gifts that haven't even been sorted yet. We ran out of time, I'm just being honest. So there are people over there actually sorting gifts too, to get them in the right categories, to get them to tables as we need them.
we could give a shout out to Gonzales Sheriff Department. They brought 3 truckloads full of toys. We also had a huge donation from
Amazon brought quite a bit of stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse gave gift cards, which was huge. Honestly, the amount of people who gave is unimaginable. I would say we had anywhere between 50 to 60 deliveries. That could be semis, it could be vans, it could be truck, just a general truck, a person's vehicle, U-Hauls. I'm talking 50 to 60 of those over the last 5 days that we have gotten. It's just been phenomenal. This is our lobby. In the lobby, parents are able to make stockings for their kids, or they can get a pre-made stocking. They're also able to get crafts. We have it all sectioned, crafts and books and blankets and stuffies and all of those things. And then the really cool part that we love is that they get the option to have it wrapped. For them before they leave, so that they don't have to worry with how am I going to get wrapping paper. I don't have scissors, I don't have tape, that sort of thing. Emotionally, it's been a roller coaster. There was frustration at times, but honestly, joy has been the overriding emotion and excitement. Like, we could not wait for parents to get here today and see what the community and our country has done.
I'm Keith Crouch. I own Greer Neon Sign Company here in Mayfield, Kentucky. And Friday night around 9 something, we lost it all. This behind me right here was is the part of the scrap iron from my business. But behind this pile was another metal building that we have not found it yet. Beneath this pile is a pickup truck. This is my service truck, one of them. And it is just totally wiped out. We had a big beam to land on right on top of it. I've been in sign business for about 45 years. We built this new facility in about 25 years ago.
This is Biker Dad.
This is my prized possession, my pride and joy, my Dyna Harley Davidson. We call it Elvis. And when Elvis's paint was starting to fade and show its age, I trusted my friend Garrett at Black Sprocket Garage to give him a whole new look, and he knocked it out of the park. He can do the same thing for you, and he does it affordably. So if you want to get a one-of-a-kind custom paint job but don't want to pay one-of-a-kind prices, hit up Garrett at Black Sprocket Garage, and you better do it before we make him famous and you can still afford him. Phone number, website, everything's right there on the screen.
There's a little place in downtown Mobile on the corner of Fat and Happy, and it's one of my favorites. Bob's Downtown Diner isn't just a great place to eat and home of the best French toast you'll ever eat. It's one of the best things you'll ever put in your mouth. It's also an important part of the community and not just the biker community.
I'm grateful, I'm grateful for the bikers that I meet from all over the country.
Bob's is a hot spot for bikers and very biker friendly, but it's also family friendly. I like to bring my kids here Sunday after church for brunch. Please visit my friend Tony Sawyer at Bob's Downtown Diner and check them out on the corner of fatandhappy.com.
Hey, I'm Dr. Glenn Glass of Glass Orthodontics. At Orthodontics, we're not really treating a disease. This is about aesthetics, this is about feel good. You boil it all down, this is about self-esteem. So we try to make it fun, and we just try to make it a great experience for everybody. If you want the straightest choppers in the Southeast, you come on down, this is where you get them.
This is not your typical taco. PS Taco on Cottage Hill in West Mobile loads them with fresh ingredients, and they make everything, and I mean everything, right here in the restaurant. Chef Danny and her staff create the season, the sauce, and everything in between.
We're gonna make upscale tacos where everything is made here in the kitchen, so it's the flavors.
PS Taco on Cottage Hill Road in West Mobile, definitely worth a ride to eat. Go check them out. This is Biker Dad, brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Our Back on Two stories are brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
They call me One Way.
All right.
And I got hit by a train 37 years ago. It took me about 15 years to finally learn how to ride because my right leg was shattered. So holding the weight up of a bike, I kept falling. So about 15 years ago, I started riding. Rode for about 2.5 years, stopped for 10, and I've been riding now almost 3 years again. It took about, over a year. And I had a good brother come back and help me out. Help me get back up, and we used to joke. And he used to say, one day him and I were going to ride Harleys, and I told him he was out of his mind. I'm going to ride a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. And 35 years later, we're riding Harleys in Pensacola. You ride, right?
Yeah.
So you ride this way.
Uh-huh.
I ride that way.
All right.
And then
So
this is your
first
clutch.
gear is
First gear is automatic. Second gear, you pull in, and it's hard. It's got to get used to it. A brother of mine put the brake over to here, but the centrifugal clutch, so you take off in first gear, semi-automatic, and then the rest you use your clutch for.
So you got your clutch, your throttle, and your brake all in the same hand?
All in one hand. You're disabled, you want to ride, you get up and do it. Don't let it stop you. My leg was shattered in 250 places. And I wouldn't ride a trike. I will not ride a trike. I will not give in.
This is Biker Dad. Here's the Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson Bike of the Week.
Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson Bike of the Week.
Hey, it's 2022 and the new thing is blue. This week's Bike of the Week at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson. This is one of the new 2022s, and Steve here with Harley is here to tell us all about this beautiful blue bike.
Yep, so this is a 2022 Road Glide Limited and Reef Blue and Vivid Black. I love this color combo. It's got silver pinstriping. The Road Glide Limited is the recliner on the road.
Big comfortable bike, and big and blue and beautiful, and that's the Bike of the Week. And if you come on down to Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson and ask to see the Bike of the Week, you can ride the Bike of the Week for free. You get a free sticker too. Ride a cool bike for free, get a free sticker.
Biker Dad.
On the road in Vegas, baby. What's more Vegas than neon? Maybe Elvis Presley, but here we still have the neon. We don't have Elvis. Let's go check out the Neon Boneyard here in Las Vegas.
This is the background piece to a main centerpiece horseshoe sign. What you're looking at here is originally 1/3 of a much larger piece that originally would have included over, get this, 30,000 light bulbs, and it would have been outlined in over 8 miles of neon tubing around. This is one of just 2 signs that came to us in absolutely working condition. Not only is that very special for us here, but it saves us a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of money, because the biggest purchase that we had to do with this sign was basically just buy a rag and some Windex to wipe it down and plug it in. In the era of the motel, think about the 40s, 50s, 60s, this new made fridges, it's been something different. Anybody got any guesses? Air conditioning, yeah. We weren't sure what to call it, but we knew we liked it. We're in desert, so we settled on refrigeration, refrigerated air, or believe it or not, my favorite example of this is artificial climate. If you guys ever see that on any sign, it's all variations on the same theme, right? So that's air conditioning. Now the Chief Hotel Court sign, if you guys need to move a little bit, that's cool, get a closer look at it. The Chief Hotel Court sign is very special for us here because this sign that you're looking at is the oldest functioning piece that we've got in our entire collection. At the top floor of the Stardust, you could rent out feasibly a suite or space with drinks and music and your friends and stuff like that, or you could crack open a bottle of champagne, little nosy mushroom clouds dotting the horizon, giving you a suntan in the process.
This is Biker Dad.
If you love your bike but hate swamp ass, Breezy Rider is for you. For 27 years, I've been designing medical seating to protect the skin of people confined to wheelchairs. Now, after so many friends asking for help with their motorcycle seats, I've designed Breezy Rider. Breezy Rider actually enhances the look of your bike with its custom fit design, while the patented Still Air foam reduces vibrations that cause fatigue and pain, and you can actually feel air flowing underneath you, keeping you cool and dry.
Bike nights are back. It is warming up. Let's ride. Every second Thursday of the month, starting in March at Eagles Talon on Copter Road. Come say hi to Martha, get a nice drink, get some good food, and maybe get a patch for your vest. You can even get a Biker Dad patch if you ask nicely. Eagles Talon for all your gear, patches, apparel, and everything else biker. And also just want to say thank you to Martha and her team for 13 years of serving the biker community on the Gulf Coast.
Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson is the king of motorcycle credit. Good credit, bad credit, we'll get you riding. With over 150 new and used motorcycles available, we have a motorcycle for you and your budget. New Harley-Davidson motorcycles starting as low as $119 a month. The professional team in Motor Clothes is also here to help make sure that you're geared up for the riding season from head to toe. Come on down to Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson on the corner of Pleasant Valley Road and Cottage Hill and see the king of motorcycle credit.
Your home for Lex and Terry in the morning rocks your workday with Pretty Reckless.
Tombstone when I go, just put up by rock and roll.
Foo Fighters. And Linkin Park. Available on over 2,000 smart devices. The Gulf Coast Rock Station, TK101.
This week's Tech Tip is brought to you by Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson.
This week's tech tip is all about your noggin and helmets, and this is something you think about every time you ride, especially if you live in a state where it is mandatory, but you may not think about what's going on inside that helmet, what's going with that helmet. That's why Kim with Harley Davidson is here to talk to us about helmets. There are 4 things that people really need to look for, right?
Yeah, so first of all, fit, right? We want to make sure that your helmet is fitting you correctly. We want to make sure that it's snug, but it's not giving you a headache. It's not leaving like major marks on your forehead. The headache is usually kind of the first giveaway that it's just too snug. So if you're riding with a buddy and they say that they have a headache every time they put their helmet on, it's because it's too tight and it doesn't fit right. The second one is going to be damage, right? We want to make sure that there's no like cracks or splits in your helmet. And then age. If your helmet's older than, let's say, 4 or 5 years at the absolute most, we should be changing it out for something that's a little newer. Over time, the insides just start to disintegrate, right? Just like anything else, that starts to kind of dry rot and disintegrate.
There's foam and styrofoam in there and that stuff, although it will never decompose, it breaks down and gets smaller. And again, that also affects not just the fit, but you know, how much impact it can take without damaging your head.
Well, and speaking of impact, that's one of the other things we want to look for, right? If you've ever dropped your helmet, it's time to get a new one. I know that one's kind of a hard pill to swallow if someone drops their helmet, even if it's just a few feet.
I drop mine like every week.
Yeah, it creates stress fractures in the actual plastic. They're made for one-time impact only. So you want to make sure you're kind of treating your helmet like a little baby, right? You want to make sure you're not dropping it.
So again, just want to recap: fit, damage, impact, and age. Check those things out. Go examine your helmet and make sure it's safe. And thanks, Kim, for talking us through helmets on this week's Tech Tip.
My name is Mike Carlano, and you watching Biker Dad TV.
Yay!
Yeah,
good job.
Got it. Yes.
Here at Stevenson Klotz, we practice personal injury law. Our job is to help those who are in need.
It's about making people motivated to do the right thing. And when I take on a case and get involved in a case, it becomes very personal to me.
We strive to make sure that you're informed and that you know that we've got your back. You've got someone experienced who's going to walk side by side with you and fight for you.
It's something that Eric and I both take really seriously, and it's something that we both get a great deal of pleasure out of from being able to help people at that level.
I have the ability to help those who can't help themselves, and we can really change people's lives through what we do.
My daughter and I were hit from behind by a vehicle that was traveling about 70, 80 miles an hour, and the rest of the traffic was stopped. The interaction with the team here at Stevenson and Klotz was fantastic. They were very caring. They were very concerned about us. My favorite thing was just getting to know them as people. Their care, their concern, their focus on our total well-being. We could not have asked for anything else. It was just phenomenal. I would recommend them to anyone and everyone.
We are going to be that law firm that gets to know you. And if we do a good job of telling the story for our client, then everybody's going to be better off.
You know, when you're in a band, it is like being in a family. We do everything we can to try to fine-tune our practice just like we would our band.
It's critical to whatever degree is humanly possible to live that story for the client, and that law firm is going to be us.
This is Biker Dad.
Now a quick update to that ride rescue we've been doing. That's the 2006 Heritage that we found buried under a bunch of dirt and dust and junk. One of the best things about this bike is it only has a little over 10,000 miles on it. It also needs a new master cylinder. And we also know that this cable ain't gonna work. That's all pretty much a surface rust on the chrome. That is gonna come off for sure. You can't smell this stuff, but it smells worse than this bike looks right now.
It's the worst smelling stuff ever. But it's got a chemical in it that actually, when you spray it on there, you let it sit, it turns purple, and it pulls all the contaminants out, iron, brake dust. It actually helps the rust too. but that dual action buffer is a lot easier than the rotaries. A lot more user friendly.
Yeah, that looks pretty good when you can't even get video of it without seeing everything reflecting in it.
Yeah, I think we can save the thing.
Let's get started tearing this thing down. We're at these passenger floorboards.
Basically, by the time we get done, the only thing left of this is going to be a motor and frame.
So that means if we're going to take a bunch of stuff off, we got to put other stuff on. So let's get on the road and get headed towards ordering the new parts.
What's up, guys? It's Garrett, Black Sprocket Garage. We are starting to get parts rolling in and see if you guys can do a little guessing and see what we're going to do with this bike. For the bars, I figured I'd go ahead and start extending the wires and getting them mounted. As you can see, we're going with tall bars. Everybody loves tall bars. Basically a smooth front fender. Let's see. Tombstone tail light. A set of true dual exhaust. And to go with that exhaust is fishtails. So that probably is going to give it away for us.
This is the really big piece.
And the rear fender. Let's see if y'all can put y'all Scooby-Doo hat on and solve the mystery before we get done with it. So far I got all the body work done. Everything's fitted. The wheels have made it in. Still waiting on tires. And exhaust, waiting on it. So Tuesday's probably when paint's gonna be put on it. So that's what I'm waiting for, get it all knocked out.
After all this work, all these parts, all this stuff we've done, what were we waiting for?
Waiting for $9 worth of O-rings. Stupid thing. Man, getting it all lined up.
That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show. Thanks for riding along for the journey. And again, I'd like to welcome our viewers from Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky. And thanks to the Matt Dreesen Law Firm for sponsoring us here in the Heartland. It's awesome to be on the air here in my hometown. Join us next week, same Biker Dad channel, same Biker Dad time right here. And in the meantime, please look twice for motorcycles. Hey, it's Chris Best, the Biker Dad. How would you like to hang out with me for the day and win $1,000 worth of free Harley gear? Yes, $1,000 worth of free Harley gear. It's easy. Just pick up your phone right now. Text Biker Dad to 57780. That's Biker Dad to 57780, and you're going to be entered for a chance to win a $1,000 shopping spree with me here at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson in Mobile, Alabama. Again, text Biker Dad to 57780. Complete rules are on mobilebayharley.com.